Steven, and I'm the CEO of 118 Group. Today, I want to walk you through setting SMART goals for your website. These videos and these presentations are meant to be quick, straight to the point. They're not meant to be pretty, and I do it all in one take. So, getting right into it. What does SMART mean? Well, the acronym SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, time-bound, and relevant, and it's a framework for setting actionable goals. Basically, each one, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound, what does it mean? Well, the specific, when we're approaching it from a framework perspective, we're asking ourselves, what do we want to accomplish? The measurable, how will we know what has been accomplished? How will we measure success? Attainable, is this a realistic goal? We need to ask ourselves, like, what is the reality here of achieving this goal? Relevant, does this goal match our business needs? This is one of the most important questions, is making sure this isn't some sort of vanity goal or peripheral goal. It's a direct tie to your business objective. And then time bound. When do we want to have achieved this goal? So when you put all these together, when you're setting goals, you create a SMART goal. And the SMART goal is, there's a lot of benefits to SMART goals. One is SMART goals help you move from desire to objective. So instead of these vague, undefined ideas, you move towards a specific plan with measurements and timelines included. They force you to focus on the achievability of goals because you're asking yourself, is this attainable, the A in SMART? It provides the yardstick by which you measure progress, right? You have the time and the metric that you need to work towards. And it's just a general roadmap for success. So an example of how that might be applied, not just in websites, but just in life. A lot of people have this goal. I need to lose weight. This is typically where people start. Whether they're looking in the mirror, they step on the scale, they're like, geez, I need to lose weight. That doesn't give you anywhere to go. It doesn't give you a plan. It creates no structure for you, right? But instead, if you said, I want to lose 10 pounds before 2023, well, now you know I have X number of months and here's what I need to do. And so then I need to do this amount each month or this amount each week. And in order to do that, I need to exercise this number of times. You can work backwards from this framework to put together a step-by-step plan, which you can't do with just, I need to lose weight. This is the next evolution of that goal. So through the context of websites today, we're just going to focus on 3 high-level main objectives that your website might have, the big buckets of website objectives: sales, awareness, and customer support. So you're selling, whether you're using your website to generate leads, or you're selling a product, or you're trying to sell partnerships or relationships or tickets or memberships. Anything where the website has a direct correlation to revenue is a sales goal. Awareness, that's if you are an authority figure in your space. You're trying to present your research or your content or your knowledge, or you just want to imagine a political figure, for example. That's you're trying to generate awareness for a campaign. And then customer support, that's more of a goal around your website might have a portal or a support desk or knowledge-based resources in which you're using your website to service existing customers and provide them with useful information to engage with your product. You might have, that would be your customer support side goal. We all interact with customer support websites on a regular basis. So to start with the sales component, we're going to start with a not SMART, and we're going to make it SMART through a quick little workshop here. So, you might approach, and a lot of people start here. We want to increase sales of our product through the website, right? So not SMART, no definition, no framework. How do we get it to a framework? Let me just minimize my window here. So we want to start with specific. What do we want to accomplish? And we want to make sure that this specificity, includes some of these other items here. So we want to increase monthly sales of our new product. And we've decided that we want to increase it by 20%, which is a specific goal. Measurable, is it measurable? Yes, sales data will be reviewed on a monthly basis, right? We get all the sales data through our website or through our lead generation tools, and we can measure the change in the sales data. So we know that this specific goal is measurable at this point. Is it attainable? Yes, we do believe that there's a lot of room for growth on our website. We have, adding an abandoned cart email, maybe some other UX improvements. We believe, if we make those changes, we can convert more visitors into customers, and we believe that we can do that to achieve the 20% sale growth target. Is it relevant? Yes, this is highly relevant for a company's objectives. Sales, it's hard to argue that that's a direct tie to your bottom line. So this is a very relevant goal. And is it time bound? Well, we want to see this 20% increase happen within 3 months of implementing these changes, right? The abandoned cart and the other UX changes. All of a sudden you've moved from, we want to increase sales to, we want to increase sales of our product through the website by 20% over the next 6 months, right? And so now you can approach any sort of development shop or design shop or any sort of partner, and you can say, hey, here's our goal. What are the solutions you have in place or have to offer that you believe could achieve this goal, right? If you didn't do that, if you just approach someone and said, we want to increase sales of our product to the website, any change would do. If they increase your sales by 1%, they will have achieved your goal, but there will be very little change in business outcomes for you, and you probably won't be happy. But unless you create the definitions, you can't hold people accountable. So that's another huge benefit of the SMART goal setup. Now let's move to awareness. This is the brand awareness goal. We want to build awareness of our brand online. Again, if you handed that to an existing partner right now, they would be able to basically justify any action and justify any result and say there was a change and therefore we've achieved success, right? But that's not necessarily in your best interest, right? So how do we make it smart? Well, let's get specific, right? So what's a metric that we can use that is related to brand awareness? Well, new user traffic, right? So if we're reaching more new users, people that are aware of our brand, that pool of people is growing, right? So if you're a thought leader, that's a really important metric. So we've decided we want to increase new user traffic to the website by 10%. How are we going to know this succeeded? How are we going to measure this? Well, we're going to use Google Analytics, and we're going to measure the number of new users visiting our site on a monthly basis, and we're going to track that over time. Is it attainable? Yes, we believe that right now we're not investing in any sort of good content, and that we think that if we invest in really useful, creative content through our blog or through our library, we can increase visitors, right? They're going to find that content. We're going to share that content online. We think we can get new user traffic up by 10%. Is it relevant? Yes, this is highly important for our company's objective of being a thought leader in our space, right? We might not be selling anything directly on the website, but we want people to associate this topic with us so that we can in the future leverage that awareness for other campaigns that we might want to roll out. And then, is it time bound? Well, we've decided that we want to see this 10% increase happen within 6 months of posting our first article. So once we get that article up, that's when the clock starts, and we want to start tracking our progress towards our SMART goal. So now we've moved from we want to build awareness of our brand online. We've gone through the SMART goal framework, and now we've gotten to we want to increase new users to the site by 10% over the next 6 months, right? So now we've got a very specific plan in place that we can work backwards from, or that you can hand to a partner and evaluate their options for achieving this. So that's the awareness. Now the last one is the customer experience. You might just say we want to improve our website. We want our website to improve the experience of our customers, right? Very vague, no definition. So where do we go from here? Well, let's make it smart. Let's say what is something that's evidence of a lack of success here is support inquiries, right? If someone has to submit a support inquiry through your website, that basically means that they weren't able to find what they needed on the site, because people prefer to do that if they can. So they had to go through this other channel, right? So that to us is a flag or a signal that something's wrong. So we want to reduce those signals, those flags, the inquiries through our support form by 50%, right? We want to cut that in half. Is it measurable? Yes, we're going to track the number of support-related form submissions each month, and that's a direct tie. So that's easy. Is it attainable? Yes, we believe that by adding a better resource library and FAQ section, we can reduce the number of inquiries through our form, right? If we had more visibility for customers as to how to solve their own issues, they'd probably self-service and self-solve instead of having to go through our support form. Is it relevant? Yes, by providing more support resources to our clients via the website, we can better serve our customer, which is always a good thing. No matter what you're doing, better experience for your customer is great. And we can reduce the cost of operating our help desk, right? Like we don't have to have somebody sitting there solving support tickets all the time or responding to support tickets if that knowledge is elsewhere. So that's a huge tie. And then when do we want to see this 50% decrease happen? Well, we want to see that happen after we launch the new site. We're investing in a new site. We're building out these new libraries in this new FAQ section. And so we want to see a direct tie between launch and the change in performance. So now we've moved from we want to make our website better essentially to we want to see a 50% decrease in support inquiries via the website upon launch. Very specific. You can hand that to somebody and they can say, all right, if we want to see a 50% decrease, we're going to need to go beyond just a couple articles. We might need to have some video tutorials, at this point, if we're going to want to see a dramatic decrease like that. Otherwise, there's no way you can measure somebody's, the deliverability of your request by a partner. And so final thoughts. Spending more time before investing in solutions to formulate SMART goals will save you time and money in the long run. I think Abraham Lincoln said that if he had an hour to chop down a tree, he'd spend 45 minutes sharpening his axe. This is you sharpening your axe, right? Like this is the hard work. The easy stuff is implementation. The hard work is the strategy that goes into formulating SMART goals. Implementation, you can hire out, you can have a lot of different team members do that. So spend more time before you start spending money on things to put these SMART goals together. Like I mentioned before, these SMART goals help keep you and your partners accountable to organizational objectives, right? You guys both know what success looks like and when you have to achieve it. And so you guys are both accountable for making that happen. And your website SMART goals should mirror your larger organizational objectives. It should be tied to your revenue. It should be tied to your strategy. It should not be, you should not start with vague, abstract, non-outcome focused goals if you want to see changes in your business when you're implementing some of these strategies. So that's the long and short of it. If you have questions, feel free to email me at Dylan, D-Y-L-A-N, at 118 Group, and keep an eye out for further videos where I try and, in one take, add value on a topic related to websites. Thank you.